Hey, this is Dr. Boyd. I wanted to come on here and I just wanted to give everybody a quick update about the live. First of all, if you're in the membership, the live is going to be uploaded and it's recorded, so you can watch it later. We did this, and if you're interested in the membership, it's $65 a month. It includes twice monthly lives and access to all my courses and access to the community. Really safe place called Dr. B's Safe Haven. But I want to talk to you about a couple of things we touched on in the live today. So we were talking about self-care during the holidays, and one of the things we really touched on was boundaries. Okay, so boundaries are a really important way to take good care of yourself, but I'm going to tell you something a little bit unconventional about boundaries at the holidays. It's if you don't have the fortitude to set and hold a boundary, it's best not to set them, in my humble opinion, okay? Because when you set a boundary and then somebody offers an escalated behavior, like guilt trips you or calls you selfish, and then you buckle, what you taught them was that guilt tripping you or calling you selfish is a good way to get you to give up what you don't want to give up. Good way to give up the boundary. So you're teaching them how to manipulate you. The name of the game is to be able to tolerate the discomfort of displeasing them. But if you can't do that, if you can't tolerate, I really think don't set the boundary at all. Because you'll shape a more escalated behavior over time. So you set the boundary, they guilt you, you give up the boundary. And so then the next time they're going to go straight to guilt. And then that's going to be even harder to maintain your boundaries in. And then when you set your boundary there, that you taught them guilt works, so then they're going to give you guilt. And then if you buckle there, they're going to give you, so it escalates, okay? So if you can't sustain holding the boundary, I just think it's better not to set it and just give yourself some love. It's easier to start setting boundaries with people further out. I call them rungs, like tree rungs. So the inner rung or inner circle of our lives, people we live with, people we rely upon, people we depend on, they are the hardest people to set boundaries with. And so I don't start there. That's not like where you want to take off your training wheels. And so you want to start with people way out. So when I was first starting to set boundaries, I was setting boundaries with telemarketers because that's what I could do. And I was setting boundaries with people who are standing outside the supermarket saying, hey, listen, do you want to, can you save the children? I'm like, no, thank you, and I fortified myself there. And then I brought my boundaries closer and closer into the inner rungs. Okay. So it took me a long time to do this. So don't be hard on yourself, but I just want to give you that hot tip, because if you set the boundary and you let it go, you're going to make a bigger problem for yourself. Number two, I don't want this video to be too long, but this is really important. The other, we talked about many things, but one of the things I think is important to talk about that I'll share here is that a lot of what's happening at the holidays is that we haven't adequately mourned and or grieved the loss of our idealized family, right? So a grieving journey is an acceptance journey. There's 5 stages. A lot of people see my videos where I go like this, and it's like, what is she talking about? This is denial, anger, bargaining, sadness, acceptance. Okay, this is a grief journey, right? This is Kubler-Ross. This is her work. We must spend time in each town. I call them little pueblos. We got to spend time in each of these pueblos to get to acceptance. And acceptance doesn't mean let this go on forever. Acceptance means, oh, this isn't going to change. These people are who they are, and this is what it is. And when we realize that, when we truly accept, it becomes an opportunity to actually change things, okay? So all this to say, a lot of us go to holiday parties expecting our parents to be the people we want them to be, and then we're just caught off guard or pissed or depressed and hurt when they're exactly the fuck they've always been, okay? So just the work is to, so we have our peace and we don't disturb ourselves. The work is to mourn and grieve the loss of the idealized mother, the idealized brother, the idealized father, so that we can accept the person that's there. For me, that has transformed my relationships with my family. Like trying to get them to live by my rules and my values through my codependency never brought us peace, never brought us closer. Me being able to accept these folks living their lives as best they want to without having to live by my rules and disturbing my peace and disturbing my connection with them. It's been much, 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 much better. So those are the 2 hot tips that I have for you. We talked about a lot more things in the live, but I just want to get in here and share and just kind of give you a taste and also just give this to you so you can be well in the holidays. I love you. Please be good to yourself. All of these are practices. So if you don't nail them right away, please be so soft with yourself. We gotta start, practicing. And so it's just a practice. It's not a perfect. Okay. So I will see you all soon. Take very good care of yourselves. Love, Dr. B.